Hello, guys, give me a second. Look at all of you here already. Holy smokes. I'm going to give it a few minutes, guys. How are you tonight? I hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm not going to lie. I'm worn out. I'm worn out tonight. I've been worn out for the past going on 2 weeks now. Um, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here tonight. Sorry that I'm running a few minutes behind. That's the norm. But my kid's putting up Christmas decorations, so I had to go see what was going on. So, all right, let's see. Happy new moon in Scorpio, right? I think Eastern Standard Time. It's hitting tonight around like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I think. Oh, give me a second. What am I doing? Hang tight, guys. Bear with me. Mercury retrograde is definitely doing its thing for me. So, yeah. What is happening? Bear with me for a minute. Oh, nope, hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, bear with me for a minute so I get my wits about me. Lynn, hello. How are you, darling? It was lovely to speak with you in your personal. Mary, hello from Alabama. Adam is here. Adam, thank you for joining us. So one of the folks that I got to meet going on, 2 weeks ago already, holy smokes, was Adam. Adam and I got to meet in person for the first time. Very, very cool. It was lovely to meet him. Miss Scorpion Girl, hello from Michigan. Little Pharaoh Bunny Duff. Tatiana, I love it. That's great. 8 o'clock feels like midnight, right? It does. I'm not gonna lie. I laid down and took a nap tonight. Hi, Sharita. How you doing? Listen, I'll share in the long run some health stuff, but just do know I'm gonna make the announcement right now. I'm behind on the bi-weeklies. I didn't get all the November reads done. It'll be over before we know it. We've got the holiday coming up next week. I will be doing some traveling at that point. So I think what I'm going to do maybe this weekend, that's the goal, is to go ahead and just start to roll out the December reads. Mercury retrograde delays, right? All the things. So I'm just going to kind of roll with it. So be patient, as always, but I'm going to get all the things out to you that you're going to need. So just know that it's going to be a little funky. It's almost like we're skipping a space and time. I also, real quick, something I mentioned, if you're a channel member, I put those 2 videos out to them today, one for the Scorpio Collective that are channel members for the Scorpio season, and then the channel members in general. I had an issue with, if you guys email me for personals, all of my personal readings are done over the phone. Whether it's through WhatsApp, used to use Zoom, but WhatsApp or by call, depending on where you are in the world. I've had a few people over the last couple of years ask for pre-recorded readings, which I'm not a fan of. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it takes away from the, I'm just going to call it a feel. Like it's a personal reading. It's supposed to be yours. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't like it, but I've done them per request a couple of times over the last couple of years, and I had what I'm going to call a horrible experience, because do know that when I do those reads for you all, I've had people say in those, I tell you things I don't tell my therapist, and some things are it's not your run-of-the-mill stuff. I take this job very ethically. I take it very morally. I know that you guys trust me to do the work that I do for you and to, give you the most solid advice from spirit. And somehow in the middle of the night, was it last night? A private reading became basically public, and I am not. Call it Mercury retrograde, call it whatever the hell you want to. I am not okay with that whatsoever. I don't roll that way. I'm just a no. So I will no longer, even if requested, do a pre-recorded reading. If you want those, I know most readers out on YouTube do them. I will not be one of them. I'm not a fan of it. So just so you know, I will not do that in the future. Peyote, hello. Marnie, hello, sweetheart. How are you? Christina, thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Michael, hello. Shatoya, hi, sweetheart. How are you? Alexandria, McLinn's. Posted picture in our Discord. Okay, cool. Yeah, check us out on Discord, too. Adam's posted the link. It's a nice little chat community. I try to check in every now and again. A lot of echo. Well, I can tell you, too, and I'm sorry if you are, and I'm going to say it again, Mercury retrograde, right, at its finest. It started raining here about 10 minutes ago, maybe 15 minutes ago now, and I got a horrible headache as it rolled in. So the weather here isn't the best, and I apologize. Ashmita, hello, sweetheart. Thank you. So glad I did. Hello, Tammy. Northern, just wanted to stop. Oh, go get some sleep. Thank you for being here. Just Jess. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Oh, I love you. I love you too. I love all of you guys so much. I heard you talk about that. Right? Exactly. Like, I'm just not even playing with that stuff. Scorpio Empress. Hello. How are you, darling? Alyssa. Hello. Michelle. Nicole. Deb. Deb, are the renovations ever done when you own a home? Hell no. Hello, Christy. Hello, Random Gamer. Shatoy, I'm hanging in there. I hope all is well with you. Yes, things are good. Things are good. Tiring, but good. We're good. All right, guys. So, I don't think there's too many announcements to go over. We're just going to get into it. I was doing some channeling before I started the live, and the first thing I heard, I'm going to go over this, and I'm actually going to do some channeling before I pull cards tonight. I do feel like the messages are coming through. They're very important. They may seem, Spirit is saying right now, very random. Just kind of roll with it. It is. Mercury, I don't think that Scorpio is typically so impacted by Mercury retrograde. Mars is our demon, in my opinion, from what I've seen over the years. Hello, LS. Hello, Sue. And Maui girl, hello. And with Mars, that's that's our traditional ruler, right? But this Mercury, Gemini is playing a big role, even though it's sitting in Uranus right now. It's just doing some really funky things, and I think that on a collective level, so big scale, we're going to see some crazy shit happen in the coming weeks to months. 2026 is going to be probably a bit mind-blowing for all of us. I got a lot of notes here, but it's retrograde is definitely doing something that I don't think we're used to. And I was listening and doing some research of my own on and off this week, or last week and this week. And, the astrological alignments that we're having right now with these water trines and different things, this is stuff that's never been seen. Like, nowhere near our lifetime. It's a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity, and it's creating massive change. And it's something we all, as I say, that 55 viewers on here. So thank you for the 55 of you that are here. I love you all. Thank you for being here. But that 55 is change, right? That 5-5 is great, massive change, and it can be sometimes excruciating in some ways. The first message that I heard, and I'm going to refer to my Scorpios here for a moment. If you're not a Scorpio, my apologies, but this is how this message came through. Sister water sign. So we're looking at Cancer, potentially Pisces. I feel like this is more Cancerian energy. Cancerian energy is the moon, right? Thank you, Mary, for the gift. I appreciate that. And with that being said, it's late. I almost feel, I got the chills, so just confirmation, that this is likely a person in your life. Now, they could just have significant Cancer placements or Pisces placements. I will also, Spirit reminding me, and I got the chills again. I haven't had the chills all day. That Pisces is in the North Node. It doesn't matter what you have in your North Node placements. This is pushing us to work through the energy of Pisces in the North Node, working towards that, right? Working towards our North Star. And this is, Pisces doing its thing for us, right? So and I want you to think about it as Spirit's bringing this to my attention as well. When we go through the zodiacal calendar, we go Aries all the way through to Pisces on we call it clockwise motion, right? Forward movement. When we look at the North and the South nodes, they go how do they say it? Counterclockwise. There's the word I'm looking for. They go counterclockwise. So we've moved into Aquarius, right? Or I'm sorry, we've moved into Pisces in the North Node, which is the end of the zodiacal season. Then, or the zodiacal year, I should say. Then it's going to move into Aquarius next year, with Aquarius and Leo, I believe, right? Yeah, Aquarius and Leo. So there's something very specific to that, and it's already kind of coming up in the energy. So that tells me it's something that we really do need to pay attention to. Okay. So when I'm talking about sister water signs, if you are a water sign, particularly Scorpio, but if not, if you're a Pisces or a Cancer in your sun sign, and Spirit's also saying your moon placement itself, pay attention to the people in your life that are fellow water signs, because I do feel like there is a big impact that may not be too, you may not be anticipating something, and I'm not real sure what that means for you, but it's something you're gonna want to be tuned into. Okay. Now, I also heard from Spirit, your purpose-driven connections are more than you know. Time will escalate. So when I heard that from Spirit, I sat down here and I wrote it down. Your purpose-driven connections are more than you know. This is when I've continued to talk for the last couple of months, I think it's been now, about the divine. I am roasting all of a sudden. Holy shit. The divine doing its thing and its presence and what is going on in the divine intervention and the divine karmic alignments and all of these different things. We can think we have control over our lives and what's going on, but when destiny is at play, right? When the fates align, whenever the stars are doing their thing, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe in, there are some things that are like written in stone based upon the path and trajectory that you've chosen for yourself, whether it's in your work, yourself, healing your inner child, partnerships, romance, your children, whatever it is, right? It really has a lot happening at the same time, okay? So time will escalate. Things are going to speed up. And I think that if we're older, right, we look back over our lives and we're like, shit, when I turned 40 this year, it was like, where did 40 years go? I don't feel 40. Well, sometimes. But really, like, where did that time go? It just may feel like there's these highs and lows of time that just kind of speeds up. And then it may feel like nothing's happening. And we've talked about this all year long, where it's like a big rush of energy, 8 of Wands, and then it's kind of like 2 of Swords, stagnant, stale. Like, what are we doing here, right? So primordial experiences is something else that Spirit brought up. That is the experiences that you were having, or I'm going to rephrase, the experiences that you have already had, coupled with the experiences you are now having, have been written, since before you were born. Again, divine alignments here are happening. And it's something that our souls are recognizing. You may find yourself in moments where you're like, whoa, I just had deja vu, right? Whoa, this or that's happened. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if anybody, because you guys are usually bumping comments. Okay, just moved. Because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Our birth years together are 68, 86. Honor, badges, honor, service to your community without greed, power, and imbalance. I love it. I love it. I love how you guys chime in here. I love it. But as I say that, I was like, what's going on with the comments section? And then one popped up. So, okay, just checking in. The irony of me saying that, and there it is. So in this new moon, right, let's take a look at the fact of Scorpio being a big, big ruler in this. We've got Scorpio is in Lilith. The sun and the moon are both in Scorpio. Mercury is retrograde in Scorpio, as is Venus. That's a lot of key players in the game, right? Black moon Lilith, divine feminine energy. If you are leaning into your divine feminine energy right now, and I got the chills again, Spirit is all over this, you may be leaning more into that, and regardless of your gender, we all have both of those within us, masculine and feminine, divine masculine and feminine energies. When we look at Scorpio, very feminine, very watery energy. Lilith, the sun, is exuberance. Crystal, I can only imagine, darling, based on our prior conversations. Hang in there, my dear. Chatterbox. The moon, again, heavy water energy in itself, and then being with Cancer, Pisces. Mercury, Scorpio, we talked this week in your weekly about the sharp tongue, like the deliverance of no F's to give. This is the way that it's going to be, and just not backing down from that, right? Venus, mothering, nurturing, loving, giving, connective energy, self-love, love to the world, love to all, right? So it is, I get the chills. There's so much around this with our emotions, right? Water is emotions. Those are the cups in tarot. It's huge, guys. It truly is huge to be a part of this time and to have all of those in Scorpio right now. That is the darkness. It is the depths, right? Scorpio dives deep. Like, again, if anybody here is not a Scorpio, I'm not, no foul in any way to you. There is no sign in the zodiac that is more equipped to go to those depths, and most misunderstood as a result of that, to live in those emotions. And hi Margit, how are you? Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That stinks big time. This may sound, and I'm not trying to patronize the situation. I hope, yes, one, Adam, absolutely. I hope you are okay. That's the most important thing. But two, sometimes those losses are ultimately our biggest gain, and we just don't yet see it. So try to hold the faith, sweetheart. Try to hold the faith. Human, hi, hello. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well too, my dear. Thank you for being here. Also, the other thing is I was looking at the alignments and whatnot, which I finally had a chance to do. Chiron is in Aries. For those of you that may not be familiar, Chiron is the wounded healer, right? Robin, you're so welcome. I'm so glad I could provide you with something, right? That's what I strive to do with Spirit at my side. Spirit brought up with Chiron in Aries about actioning on past wounds. And I will say to you, I will definitely use myself as the example, as I most often do. I noticed a few things in the past, I don't know, a couple of days specifically, that kind of came up. And I had to take a hard look in my own life, right? I had to sit down and think about those things. And then thinking about the things that I hadn't quite finished yet. And as we move forward to the new year, my new, most of us, I think here, new lunar cycle, the energetic new year happening, the end of the human calendar new year, and then Pisces season will start the new, at the end of that will start the new zodiacal year. So there's a lot of, startovers, if you want to call it that. And I had to sit and think to myself, like, these little things are coming up. Why? Why is it happening right now? Some of it has to do with electronic communication, i.e. the issue with YouTube. Things that I had to clean out of my computer today, which brought me to a moment I was like, what the hell? And I was totally overrun by emotion. And there's a reason for this, guys. Where you have put in the work to heal yourself, I've said it a lot, there could be residuals to this. If there is, it is time to Spirit work to heal, to communicate that these are the challenges you have. So, as much as Mercury is in retrograde right now, reaching out, like if you're feeling stuck or blocked or having a hard time processing something, thank you, Spirit, reach out to that trusted friend, your partner, your safe space, whomever that might be in your life. It's time to go, these are the hardest parts of myself I've ever had to deal with. And I told my other half today, I had to look back at a time in my life where me and my child had to suffer through circumstances that ultimately should not have happened, but we did. And that still today, after all these years, struck a chord in me. It hit. I was looking at some pictures as I was cleaning something out, and I just became so overwhelmed with this emotion around it, going, God, look at where we were. And it's funny because when I go back in time thinking about that, that was quite a few years ago, but it was after 2020. When I was channeling tonight to make notes, 2020 came up specifically. So I would say to you too, especially in the last 5 years, going on 6 now, what is still kind of trying to ruffle your feathers? What still strikes an emotional chord within you that needs to be resolved? For some of you, the situation itself, Spirit is saying, I've seen some of you like write books and stuff this year, which fantastic, and kudos to each of you that have made great strides in that or in anything. But if you have new people in your life, they may not have a taste for what you have done or gone through. So when I say that to you, the taste is not a distaste for what your experience has been, but it's like they've never had to lick that spoon. So talking about empathy, right? This water energy that comes with all of these placements in Scorpio right now, and Cancer being in Jupiter, our abundance, right? It is like the need to, it is just the need to express oneself. And when we talk about empathy, it's hard for someone to understand where you have been if they've not had that personal experience themselves, right? So it's like, do talk about your fears. I don't care if you're writing it down on paper, you need to express it on a note or a letter to somebody, or if you just need to sit down with somebody face to face and go, this is what's happened. This is how I feel. This is what's going on within me. I don't even know that I'm looking for answers from you, right? But I just need to say this because it's weighing heavy. So anything, right? This moon energy is heavy right now. If it's weighing heavy, it's time to talk about it. It's time to open up about it. It's time to release that, right? Gemini is a great communicator when they want to be. Lean into that with Uranus, right? So, and Uranus is about creative expression. So again, maybe you're writing or doing art or doing something, but I feel like as we're moving into 26, there's a lot around this group collaborative effort, family units, people coming together personally, collectively, worldwide. Part of that is that we need to kind of maybe start with our inner circle and start to have those real, honest, raw communications. And then we are more able to expand on what it is that we now know, right? So, and you think about it, like when we start off in the world, like in school, right? Just as an example, you have to stand up and give a 2-minute presentation for class or something. And then the next thing you know, you have to do this bigger project where they kind of like, it's like baby steps into things, right? Keep working on that expression. Each time you're going to get better at it. So whatever it is that you're working on, you are leveling up. Just keep practice makes it happen. I want to say practice makes perfect, and there's no such thing as perfect, but you're going to know if it's right for you. You're going to know when you're where you need to be, right? So there's something around that. I'm not going to go too much into the other astrology. I will tell you that Mars is in Sagittarius, retrograde, I believe, as well. Neptune and Saturn are both in Pisces, which is a bunch of the Neptunian energy in Pisces. They're both very fucking dreamy. Do dream the biggest dream, though. I will tell you that. Make miracles happen. If you want it, it'll be. Pluto and Aquarius the next 20 years. We know this. And then Jupiter and Cancer. And I believe Jupiter is also retrograde. So we've got quite a few, right? Quite a few retrogrades happening. I'm going to catch up on the comments. I'm going to go through these other notes, and then I'm going to pull some cards for you guys. So let's see here. Sharita. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Sue. Right. I'm feeling you, girl. You're saying your tears have been flowing freely, but it's healing, right? It's the time. Teresa, absolutely. It's time to just kind of let it flow, right? Is that Tony Braxton, let it flow? Everything will work out fine, I don't know. Listen to that. Some Tony Braxton. I always wondered what our Chiron sign. Yeah, so it's the wounded healer. Hi, Nicole. Here's Scorpio from. Hello, Carmo. Chicken Little. 2020 was a horrible and great year for me, right? Sleep is awful. Waking up. And Margit, talking about the sleep, we've had those. Oh, what are they called? They're like three. Is it like G3, G4, something? I know I'm not telling you correctly. But we had the solar flares. We've got the water trines. Water trines are good, but they also have some quips to them too. Too much water, you'll drown, right? Like it's anything. Too much of anything is not good. So trying to find the balance when everything is underwater, right? It's good fucking luck there. And And I too, like me and my other half were talking about the fact, like too, neither one of us has been sleeping for shit. So last 4 days I found out that my shoulder that I broke in March went, they finally going to remove me. Oh, darling. McLynn's, I'm sending you so much love. Marlo, hello, sweetheart. How are you? And thank you for that. I appreciate you. Releasing, yes. Trying to send. You're all good. McLynn's, I'm sending you so much love and prayers of healing, goodness. Keep going, though. Keep going. I have Neptune and Pisces in my first house. God bless you right now. Love that. Right, good song. Been in survival mode for about 5 years. It's been a hell of a ride, but I've been painful cycle for growth. Oh, Marlo. Do message me, right? Text me. Let me know how you're doing and what's going on. I'd love to hear from you. Goodness. Right? It's been a hell of a journey. Jen. I've always... That's it. Thank you, Adam. G4, G5. I was like, I knew I was going somewhere with that. The dream state right now, water energy, right? Very, very heavy, very, very important. Sometimes we have to shut the human mind down so we can lean into that, right? And it's necessary. So do the thing, right? Do the thing. I always used to tell people, like, I work 24/7, especially when I had my brick and mortar places, and they're like, there ain't no way. And I'm like, listen, my time to work on me is in my sleep. Like, I set my videos to play. I do my astral projection. I do my lucid dreaming. I do my sleep meditations. And that was when I was working on myself. And sometimes I think that's the best state for us to work in. Hi, Erica. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here tonight. That's when... Oh, hold on. Aw, Jess, you're welcome, sweetheart. Sending you so much love. Yeah, solar flares, geostorms. That's it. The 3-eye Atlas, the Schumann, and yeah, all the things. Like, what a time. What a time. And, you know, just like all the pressure and all the changes in the atmosphere, like, it has an impact on us. Like, it's water. Our bodies are like 70% water. We are water. And it has an impact, right? It's a lot. It's a lot, period. So, you know, this is also a time of us seeking the identity of ourselves. I'm going to say this. If you have attached yourself to other people, the way things are working out in your life, like, it's about you, right? Like, I'm going to try to find the best way to put this. The identity of self, if you were to strip away everything in your life, who the hell are you? Who are you? And I'm going to say this to you. This new moon feels more like a full moon than I think any full moon has felt like all year long in 2025. And, you know, I used to run, I'm going to call it cycles around the moons with classes and whatnot at my businesses. And it just kind of occurred to me tonight, too. Oh, no, it's not cut. It's pulled back. Like, it's legit. Like, trust me, it's all here. It's just hot. But the moon phases, you know, they talk about, you know, the full moon is a release, the new moon is for we start again, and we do, right? That same energy around that still exists, right? We're beginning again, right? However, I'm going to tell you, regardless of that, I'm going to say this, and some astrologers may want to kick me in the ass for this, but I'm going to call it for what it is. I don't even think it fucking matters anymore. It doesn't. Not in the astrology that we have. You might be releasing stuff every damn day under new moons. New moons are also about releasing, though, in their own right. In order to begin something new, you have to let something go. There's only so much of you to go around. How do you lead into love and life if you're sitting in hurt and dismay from the past? You can't have both sides of the fence. Being in a place, too, when we talk about this, the identity of self, we cannot be in two places at once. It doesn't physically happen. So it's the idea of going back to the center of self and addressing those things. And I hope that's... Darling, Crystal, I can tell you that it is going to hurt for a while. But it is nothing that your soul can't handle. And I remember when I went through my situation, just so much, so many things that happen. And it all hurt like hell. And I thought, is this ever going to stop? Is the pain ever going to stop? And you'd be surprised how it does. But the time for you to lean into yourself is now more than ever. Ask yourself why it hurts. What's attached to that? Spirit's bringing up guilt specifically. Lean into that and understand it. Work with that right now. The dark feminine energy is about renewed power also. Scorpio specifically, because I just did your weekly read. Renewal of power when you get fed up, when you get frustrated, when you get tired, when it's the same old mundane bullshit. So this is for any sign though too. It doesn't have to be just Scorpio. When we step into our power and remind ourselves why, our how, our passion, our purpose, nothing will stop us. But it's choice. It's choice. We have to remind ourselves where we've come from, where we're going, and recreate. Well, Spirit's saying recreate, to recreate the life that you want. But to me, when I say to you recreate, and as I was saying that, Spirit brought something else to my attention. The recreation is not a recreation in the physical sense. It is a recreation that is now leaving the subconscious and the mind of what you've envisioned and dreamed for yourself. And it's bringing it to life. There's a difference. And I hope you're understanding what I'm saying by that. Alyssa, foot down, hard no, fucking go, right? Like, don't let somebody come in and play with you that way. Not okay. Hello, Candy. Happy birthday, guys. Yeah, Scorpio's out there. Happy birthday to you. You're welcome, Dee. You know, guys, understand that we are always healing. We're going to heal until we take our final breath. And then my belief, everyone's different and that's fine, is when we get on the other side of it and our souls are going like figuring it out at that point, there's more to learn even there. And then what we're signing to come back into whenever we roll back into this physical existence again, however we reincarnate or however it happens, right? Again, whatever you believe in. There's a reason our soul remembers, right? Oh, Jen, thank you. I always tell people, and Jen, I'm sure you can attest to this. I'm like, listen, just because the call is over doesn't mean like I don't give a shit anymore. Like, I got your money, see you later. Like, I'm very much, I want to know how you all are doing. So many of you that I've watched and worked with over the past 2 years and watch you guys evolve and the things that you go through in life. I'm incredibly proud of you. Spirit's incredibly proud of you. You're amazing people. And I want to know how you're doing. I was like, oh, it's Walmart, good Walmart customer service. Do let us know how your experience was, right? So, no, yeah, always feel free to reach out and let me know how you're doing. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get back, but I will get back to you once my head's in the right place. Ha, that's Snow Globe Lynn, right? Talking about that. Julie? Oh, God. It might have been the dog, actually. If you heard a meow, it wasn't my cat. No kitties out here. But the dog, I just looked back and she has shredded a lizard. Well, a chameleon from one of the Disney movies. It's a stuffed animal. She has shredded it and she's passed out on the floor. I mean, she is zonked. Almost 16,000 subscribers, right? I was excited. Hell, I was excited when I hit 100. That's going to sound crazy, but it's funny. Well, Tatiana, I'm glad you do. Mark, hello. How are you this evening? I love all of you. I appreciate you. All right, guys, I'm going to tap a little bit more into these notes, and then we're going to move on. There's not that much left. Clarity, truth, depth, and be unapologetic about your truth. That's the most important thing. Intuition is going to be heightened. Emotional truths need to be revealed for the sake of closure. I got the chills on that one. Good Lord. Slow down right now, right? If you're feeling like there's a slowdown or some things are just kind of like, like it's like listening to your screen door creak, right? It's shutting. You're like, oh my God, just shut to stop making that noise, right? It's irritating. P.S. Just a fun tip: if you don't have WD-40, you can spray Pam cooking oil on it, and it'll stop it too. But if that's what feels like is happening, that door is creaking so slowly, there's a reason. There's a pause. I feel like a lot of us went through a big boost throughout the latter half of October and into the beginnings of November. Then everything kind of seemed to, right now, everything, you could still be doing things and whatnot, but it may feel like it's a slowdown. But I'm going to tell you, I don't know, Spirit's telling me December 1st, so I'm going to roll with December 1st. It's going to pick back up again. You're going to see a pattern probably for the next 3 months where it's like real fast, slow down, real fast, slow down. So if your work, your relationships, your, I don't know, friendship, whatever the hell you're doing, guys, right? Like just anything. And you feel that and you sense that, just roll with it. There's a reason, right? Just feel it, roll with it, accept it, and then stop and pause, be present and aware. What is it teaching you? Like I really want, right, Mary, that's same here. The bones are creaking. Same. My daughter said to me something earlier, and I was like, I can't do that because every time I do, my ankles are cracking. I'm like, we're done. Like, no, I can't. No, we're passing on from that. Adam, exactly. Crystal, we're all here together. You're not alone tonight, darling. And Spirit's always with you. Oof. All kinds of things, guys. All kinds of things. But being present, that's what I was going to say. Thank you, Spirit. I want y'all to take a moment right now. Just take a moment and take a deep breath. Just breathe it in. And I want you to pay attention if you're sitting, if you're standing, whatever you're doing. Pay attention to the surface beneath you. How do you feel in this moment? Is your jaw clenched? Is your temples tight? Clenching your forehead? Shoulders up to your ears? Like take a minute and just breathe tonight. Take a minute and just to let yourself know, it's like reassure yourself in this very moment that everything is fine. Everything is exactly as it needs to be in this moment. Whatever challenges you are facing, whatever may be weighing heavy on your heart, where you're not sure what is up and what is down or what to do next. Some of you, Spirit said, could be feeling insecure and unstable. Just pause. And I'm going to say to you on a human form and level, are you alive? Tell you the same thing I tell my daughter on the regular. I want you to stop for 1 minute here. And I want you to name at least 3 things today that you're grateful for. 3 things. For me, in this moment, I am thankful for this and all of you. I'm thankful for my daughter. She's super excited over Christmas. It's driving me crazy because it's not December 1st, and I am that person who will not touch a Christmas anything until after Thanksgiving. But she's happy, so I'm happy for her. I'm grateful for her happiness. And I'm grateful for unspoken blessings that have yet to show themselves. So, it's, if we lean into the simplicities of life and think about what the value of the people in our lives, what we have in our lives, it's going to shift the mindset and the perspective. When you allow yourself, like it's, I'm sitting here with my hand on my teacup like I always do, and I'm like, what do I feel right now? I'm excited to be here. I'm calm and relaxed doing this work. When I have the energy, it makes me feel good. To know that I'm tapped in and tuned into this intuition, and I get to share that with you, right? Like, that's something to lean into right now. Trust yourselves. Even when you've made mistakes, because God knows we all have. But do know, everything is fine. There will be challenges, there will be roadblocks, there will be bumps, there may be miscommunication, there may be all kind of shit. And I'm going to tell you, retrogrades, you're likely got people coming back into your experience. I just had it happen to me yesterday, and I'm like, try me, bitch. Like, seriously, try me. Because this time, I'm smarter and wiser. I know better, right? I know better. Don't let the past hold you back. Whatever pain, whatever challenges, whatever insecurities, whatever it has been. Do not let it hold you back anymore. Emotions that force us to look at ourselves, guys. Do it. Pay attention to it and do it. And the ones, and it's funny, I just said about the retrograde thing, right? And people coming back. The ones that refuse to fade. You know, in the one comment a little bit ago, she said that her ex keeps coming back. I would say, what is it about it when they reach out that you say, okay, let's play. Let's re-engage. It's okay to say no. It's like we're seeking some sort of closure, or somebody wants to keep a cycle open. You know, depending on your circumstances, there may be things you have to deal with and answer, right? But if you have the opportunity to just close it out, do just close it out. Because again, year of 9, it's time to be done. You cannot carry the past with you. And I mean, you could, right? You could. But how heavy is that going to be? Right? The no in November, Tatiana. That's right. Redirection is not, it's not rejection. Absolutely. Rainy. It's crazy energy. It is. It's wild. All right. Let's pull some cards. Adam, good luck. Good luck. I don't know. Could you manifest no snow this year, please? It has, Lynn. It's been huge for growth. All right, guys. Time to go. I just keep hearing Tony Braxton's let it flow, let it flow. Everything's going to work out right. All right, you know. Let it go, let it go. I'm not going to bore you with my singing, but Brian, you're from my home state, Brian, Pennsylvania. I'm so sorry for your loss. Your grief will change. One minute you're going to be okay, the next minute you won't be. Some days you're going to be angry, some days you're going to laugh. That is a hell of a process to have to go through. We're opposing on the snow issue. Pay attention to actions in this Chiron, right? With, oh God, forget already, my brain. Chiron is with Aries. Duh, Nicole. The actions, actions in Aries. Hello, Nicole, what are you doing? I just can't do the snow. Like, I just don't have any. It's beautiful, but then it can melt in 3 seconds. I'll have my fill and I'm good. I want no more of it. All right, let's pull a couple of cards. Guys, what time? It's almost fucking 45 minutes into this. I'm going to pull some cards. I was going to do Q&A tonight. I'm not going to lie. Like, my energy has been exhausting. So what I'm going to offer, and I will not do this on the regular, if anybody has a question that they want answered, one question only, I will take those. But the way I'm going to do it is the information for PayPal, that is only international, Venmo, and Cash App are in there. It's $10, one question only. You're welcome to email me your questions. I'm going to say, given this week and how I felt, give me 48 to 72 hour turnaround. Payment must come through at the time of your email. But if you, because I don't think I'm going to answer the questions live tonight, just because I'm lucky that I even found the woof to do this. So if you are interested in that, I will take those only within the next 24 hours. Like, they have to be in to me within 24 hours. So I hope that makes sense, because I can't keep doing that all week long. Yes, Norfolk, Adam Norfolk. Thank you, Leah. Oh yes, hibernation time. I'm gonna find me a cave and crawl in it, and I'll do your readings by candlelight all of winter. All right, guys, let's see here. Thank you. Oh, I know what's going on. It's just going to take some time to recoup. That's all. Not even recoup, but just kind of let the body does what it needs to do. All right, let's see here. Let's get some card spirit advice, news, information, whatever the collective. Did I say that earlier, or was I thinking about that card? No, it was debilitated. I was thinking about spirit saying the altar. It's not an altar. You could be creating altar space or needing to create a sacred space for yourself. Scorpio, huge. Ooh, Scorpio. Oh my God, can you tell I always talk to Scorpios? It's like it comes like firsthand to me in everything that I freaking do. Marie, I actually am okay. It'll be fine in a couple of weeks, I'm sure. The ascendant and the entrance. You're being in this, man, this is self-reflective. This is hitting me kind of hard with this energy. But in the best way, right? In the best way, collective. The 13 for dignified is death, right? That's the death card number. 8, this is another go around. Somebody could be trying to have a go around, but I'm going to tell you, if you've got somebody who's trying to have another go around with you that is from your long distant past, you better sit down in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eye, and remind yourself who the fuck you are. Because there is just something about this that screams like lion, lioness, like, like mama bear kind of energy, that it's like, I said to someone the other day, like, you can mess with a lot of things. You can fuck with me, but don't fuck with my family. It doesn't fly. Right? So it's kind of like a bit of the same energy of like, I'm not messing around, but it's like you also need to address something within yourself on that though too. There's something about you needing to remind yourself of who you are. Like, you've got it. You've got the strength. It's like Leo energy, right? The strength card, the sun card. You bring life into situations. You create harmony and balance. And go for it. Do it. Remind yourself. Like, it's because this isn't even like just there's participating factors, Spirit is calling it, for, other people and other situations have to come into our lives so that we have experiences, because without those things, we couldn't have those experiences, right? So we need like somebody to interact with, right? Just like on a game, like if we were in the Matrix, or we are in the Matrix, but we're in a video game kind of thing. We need to have people interact with us so that we can have those experiences. So Spirit is saying these situations are coming in, and they are happening, and it may feel like you're being attacked in some way somehow, or just feeling like, God damn it, like here we go again, but I want you to understand that this is like a big break, a big push through, a big precipice for you, that yes, we get tired, 9 of Wands, we get battle weary, we're like, oh, can I just have peace for like more than 5 minutes, please? It's like, when sometimes if we don't have something to fight for, we lose the fight, right? It's like, you think about like boxers, they train when they know they had that big match coming up. They will train and train and train and train and train, and they're getting themselves super hyped, right? They're ready to go. But then when they take their off time, their downtime in between fights or whatever they're doing, they might lose a little bit of luster for things. Did you need something to come in to kind of give you a swift kick in the behind to go, it's time to get moving, no more procrastinating? You better sit down, take a look at yourself. Are you getting bored with yourself? Review what you need to finish. Do what needs to be done. Become stronger and wiser. And you will, but I don't think you realize how much you already are either. Okay? So very, very important. Thank you, Mishka, for the gift. I appreciate that. So there's something about the invitation to that, guys. You're being invited to see your true potential. Going back to self. All right. Excuse me. Half of the damn deck came out. Do let me look at these. All right, I'm going to put them back in. We do, Marie. You're absolutely right. We get excited or whatever it is, and we become adrenaline junkies. Very, very true. All right, Spirit. For the collective here this evening, please. 8th house of mystery, transits, climate, Scorpio energy. Well, if that's not the obvious here this evening, right? Heavy, heavy Scorpio energy. Uranus change. There's that Gemini change. Literally talking about taking power and control over your life. Again, Jupiter in the retrograde. We've got Gemini and Uranus both here together. There's that Mercury card. Leo, I talked about standing in your strength just a second ago. There it is. Uranus is the change. It is that precipice. It is everything that you need it to be, and then some. I'm hearing 10th house authority. This is you taking control over your life with the change of circumstances that are happening for you. Spirit is really, 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 really pushing, got the chills, for you to be brave in this energy. Take on what is coming. Take on the challenge. Like Leo, right? The card of Leo, the strength card, like he's not afraid. Like it was an Eminem, like I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. Like go listen to that song, right? I am not afraid. 10th house, there's challenges. You look in the back, mountains and tarot represent challenges, hills to climb, things to get through. Authority, he's taking authority over his own life and saying, you know what? I got this. I can do this. I am capable. And I'm not saying like be an overachiever to the point that you're super so overly optimistic that your like head is in the clouds, Neptune, Pisces energy, right? That you're just, like stupid delusional. There's a difference between delusional and rational. But if there's a will, there's a way. You can pave the path. There will be challenges. You know that. But how much are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to be a co-creator and a manifester with spirit along the way? That's the important thing, right? So in Tatiana, these are the it's the Astro Coast deck. It's like one of the few decks that I remember what the hell it's actually called because it's one word. But this is really very important because it's going to take you to the next portal. Like you see this, you've got the moon in the center of this card, right? There it is, and it's the opening, call it the dark side of the moon. God, yeah, it is what it is. But then you see on the side of this, there's the sun. So there's the duality. So you've got, both of those right there, the sun and the moon. You go through the moon, you got to go through it, right? We can't just bypass steps. We have to go through things so we learn about the experience in that, and that's going to be real important for you. One card, okay. One card, Spirit, on this Uranus change. Basement, it's bringing you out of the things that have left you confused, that have left you, like, I feel like there's been parts of you all, myself included, that are kind of hung on to the darker things. It's just been difficult, right? Like, it's like, well, it's too hard to let go. It still sits there. It's in the back of my mind when I have other things happen. Things like that. And it's like Spirit's asking you to kind of, troubleshoot and problem solve. Spirit just goes, hug yourself. Hug yourself. Go hug a tree, hug yourself, hug each other, whatever. But the sun coming out again. And it's comfort and it's care and it's closeness. And those also represent, how many times in Scorpio reads have the 3 C's come up? Comfort, care, and closeness. I said earlier, lean into somebody that you love and trust. This is the time. This is the change. You've got to stop. It's like, it's funny as I say this, it's kind of contradictory, but do lean into yourself, but also be open to loving and leaning with others. I hope that makes sense. Right? And then Julie, when you feel that, you go, breathe into that space, girl. Breathe into that space. Needing to kind of have this camaraderie around emotions and fears and hopes and wishes and dreams and desires, right? Spirit, without feeling like you're going to get your feelings hurt. Nobody's going to downplay you. At least not the people that love you and are there for you for the right reasons. They're not going to downplay why you're there and you're saying the things you are. They're going to support you. They're going to see you through. They're going to help you understand. And if you just need to vent, they're just going to sit there and listen. Tell them, I don't need a word of advice. I just need to be heard. That's okay too, right? It's okay too. This Leo energy, immortality, Scorpio Leo energy. This is was there a scene, I don't maybe it's not Batman. Is he standing there when the sun goes down or the sun's rising? I don't know. I'm thinking of something and I can't remember what the hell it was. Michael, I'm going to answer your question in just a second. But this is there is so much yellow, red, and orange in this. So solar plexus, sacral, and root. Okay. Man, you guys, like, I'm trying to find the words for this energy. This is trippy as hell. Look at this with me, right? I want you to see this. So there's that, right? There's the Leo card. Scorpio energy, the immortality, same colors. The pet thing, I feel like is completely irrelevant as this card says pet, but look at those colors. It's about the colors. It's about watching things fade into the background. And look, behind the protection card is the bonfire. So you've got more of that. That's home. Like, and this is also showing me those highs and lows, those dips again that I talked about, where everything may move quick and then it kind of slows down again. So be prepared. It's kind of like you're coming in and out of some kind of consciousness as well. Like, it's like you got to kind of, again, ride the waves. You're going to come out, you're going to have the experience, you're going to go back in, you're going to figure it out, you're going to come back to yourself and keep rolling. So there's something about that energy, but the point here is to persevere. You might feel very wobbly for a little bit, and it's okay. Like, if you're wobbling, whatever this is a new experience. Whatever's going on in your life is your new experience. And it may resemble parts of your life, but this time it's new. Because you're not who you were then. So how you handle yourself now is not the same. But you're being asked to shine your light maybe to others, to yourself, I really want to say to your capabilities, to your strengths. Step into your energy of strength. You know your strength and weaknesses better than anybody. Lean into the strength of who you are, right? Hello, hola, Phoenix Rose. How are you, darling? Margit, I feel you. Isn't it a pretty card? Absolutely. All right, where did that comment go? How do you do that when they aren't as deep as we are? Michael, one, if you have a Scorpio in your life, do lean into them. But remember that sometimes our need to communicate maybe isn't even about them responding or understanding as much as it is to just get it off our chest. Don't look to whomever you are venting to, if that's what you want to call it, for answers and advice. Like, I don't want to say, well, yeah, we'll say answers and advice. They're giving you a safe place for a sounding board. I know that, like, I've told my friends and my family and partners over the years, sometimes I just need to talk about it. Not because I need And Scorpio, or, I mean, Michael, oh my God. Maybe you have another, I figured you were the Scorpio, but if you have another Scorpio in your life, right? Just as an example, but it doesn't have to be. But it's not about getting the answers from somebody else. We have the answers within us most of the time. We just have to listen and get out of our emotional self and go, this is the way that it needs to be. Sometimes we just need to get it off of our chest. I'm a person personally who I could either sit down and talk to spirit, which I do, or I'll sit down and write it out, or I will call my best friend and I will bitch, moan, piss, whine, complain, and to her. And sometimes she does give me advice. And she's a Cancer though. But other times she's just like, yeah, She just knows that I need to get it off my chest. It's not about the person we're communicating with in that case, Michael. It's about what it does for us. Don't tie an expectation or an outcome. Even if they don't understand it, what are you learning as you express it? Again, going back to you. So I hope that makes sense. All right, this 10th house. Oh, hold on. I want to grab. That came out real. You ever like go to do something? I don't know. I'm going to use rolling dice, right? Rolling dice. Like you're going to go into the roulette table and roll the dice, right? And you're like, which direction should I throw it? If I blow on it, will it make a difference? If I, whatever. What do I got to do to make it work? Don't force to make it work. Whatever it is, don't force it. Lean into it. There's a big difference in that. Your control is not over anybody or anything but you. It's all about you with this, okay? So it's like you're looking for 5 of Cups, a guaranteed way out of disappointment. Guess what, guys? There is nothing. It's a hard truth. There is nothing in this life that is guaranteed but death and taxes. That's that. And if you are going, well, I need to know that this is going to work before I stick my feet into this, you will turn around and end up disappointed over and over and over and over and over again. It doesn't work that way. It's like I have to see what it looks like before I can open myself up to that Knight of Cups. No. Pluto and Aquarius, the next 20 years of our lives says you don't always get to know. This is faith-based, and I have beaten this dead horse for all of 2025, and I'm going to beat this dead horse for the next 19 years because that's the way that it is. And as we move through it, we'll understand it better, right? We will understand it better in time. This look for Spirit. Ha! I said to you from the very jump, as we started this, Phoenix Roads. I remember you saying that. I love it. I said, what is destined, right? Like what is fated, whatever the stars align, however it goes. This is the last card that I'm putting down as far as this goes. Looking for, you don't have to look for because it's fated. It's destined. What you're moving towards, Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, the Hangman, the Fool. You're looking for a guaranteed outcome where there will be no strife. There's always going to be some type of strife. Always. There's always going to be something. We have the challenges. But the Wheel of Fortune says, if you just go and do it, we got you. You're supposed to be doing this right now. It could be tied to home, finances, money, family, Jupiter, abundance, your prosperity, your longevity, all the things. Very, very important time for you to go ahead and lead in faith and not in fear. Okay? All right, guys. I'm going to pull a numerology card on this. And I'm wrapping this up. All right. Again, if you're interested in doing a Q&A, again, I'm not going to take them tonight in the live. You are welcome to send that $10 payment through one of the apps, and in PayPal only internationally, and then email me your question. The email is potero.444@gmail.com. Adam, could you put that in the comments for me? And then we'll go from there. But 24 hours, you have 24 hours after this read to get your questions in for only $10. It's one question only. 48 to 72 hour turnaround on those. Okay, it's just an FYI. All right, and let's see here. Show the world the real you. Oh God, I love it. What do you need to release? What are you limiting? What is the self-limiting belief around what you're capable of, right? And then emotions are running high, supermoon. They are running high right now because we are just swamped, bathed, drowned, being waterboarded in water energy. It's like, oh, here, catch your breath, boom, right back down. What the fuck? I love it, guys. 1:11 on the clock, 55 little crystal gem things, gifts. How cool. I think I'm going to leave it there. 100 and I forget what the highest number was tonight, but you all are absolutely amazing. Thank you for being here with me. If I don't get to reach out to you, you do, Marie, absolutely. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. Adam, it is the email potero.444@gmail.com for 10 minute, oh my God, $10 one question email responses that must be into me within 24 hours of this read. 48 hour to 72 hour turnaround time on those. And then personal reads, you can also reach out. Thank you, Jess. To that same email for personal reads too. So just so you know. And then, but yeah, if you're in the US, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. It's next week. Like I said, I'll roll out some of those other reads and whatnot, and I'm going to kind of reorganize myself here because I haven't been feeling super energetic, but it's all good, right? It all will be fine. Thank you all so much for being here. I love each and every one of you so very much, and I always look forward to it's becoming our regular here to finally kind of get into a theme of, or a pattern of doing this, and I'm super excited. Yes, Adam, correct. Join us on Discord, nice little community chat there. Tatiana, thank you so very much for the gift as well. Super chats, whatever, stickers, whatever they call them. Sprout, you're so welcome. Thank you, my dear. Exactly. Prioritize and pace. You all are wonderful. Adam, shout out to you for ruling the roost. We didn't have too much bullshit tonight. I'm surprised. Mercury retrograde? Maybe they've blocked themselves. What the world needs now is love, sweet love, right? Thank you, Deborah. You as well. All right, guys. I'm going to hop off of here. Have a wonderful night. Happy new moon to you. Handle yourself well. Be good to yourselves. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for your question this evening. I appreciate it. It's great expansion. And do know, Discord, that's a great place to ask those kind of questions. Not only will I chime in on them eventually, but you have others that are there in the circle to help give some guidance or different perspective, which you may gain some insight from. So I think it's always great to hear from other people, and it gives us some food for thought, right? So yes, he does. Adam is great. I appreciate his help. Kurt, thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Much love. I will see you all soon. Take care of yourselves.